Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and we are continuing with Worlds deck lists, checking in on the many one-of deck lists that were submitted. Yes, the field was 69% Esper, but all the rest of the field was a bunch of like one deck here, one deck there, interesting builds all along the way. And this particular one, as you can see, is Jund. Now, you might be saying, oh my gosh, we've known about Jund. This is a very similar Jund deck to what you played earlier in the format. It's got Cruelty of Gix, it's got Titan of Industry, it's got Fable the Mirror Breaker, it's a Turbo Titan list, and it's got Force Soul of Windgrace. What more is there to say? Well, I will tell you what there is to say. What there is to say is that this Jund list was piloted by Reed freaking Duke. Reed is a longtime pro for over 10 years now, has done it all in Magic the Gathering, except win a world title, which he is continuing to try to do, and I would bet if he gets enough tries, he will get there. He's one of the best players in the world and a really nice guy. Somebody who was nice to me way before I was anyone of note in the Magic community. So when I met him in person, he was very like insanely, kind of like wild. I met so many pros that weekend, but he was the one who like asked me, what's your name? Where are you from? What do you like in Magic? Like, he actually talked to me. So I love Reed Duke. And why you should love Reed Duke if you like Jund. He's a true Jund master. He adores Jund. He plays Jund every chance that he gets. So this particular list, built and played by an absolute Jund master at the highest possible stakes, might be the best bang you can get for your buck in Jund. And in the sideboard, yes, there is a sideboard. Careful with the craft all button. You can find all kinds of other cards, including Reckoner Bankbusters. So this sideboard is intact for you best of 3 maniacs who want to go do that. But we're going to try it in best of 1. And while I don't know if I'll find anything, I'll see if I have any suggestions to adapt this list to best of 1 for better ladder results. All right, let's dive in. Let the Jund nonsense begin. We go first. Our hand is excellent, no matter who we're against. But our opponent is Urg. Their sleeves are whatever that is. I don't know. And that's a Black Lotus. So, bling blingy. Let's go get green mana and lead with Loam Speaker. More mana is good mana. Generous Visitor. Here we go. Those enchantment decks, I'm telling you, they just keep coming back for more. Kami of Transience. Okay, 2 creatures we hate. The combo. Tempting to play a Windgrace right here. Keep the mana moving and have a big blocker to go up against their creatures. I think if we get enough mana, we'll be fine. I am worried about the Harvester not being able to kill anything, though, as soon as the Visitor and the Kami get out of range. So, we can play Windgrace this turn, but we can also deploy Loam Speaker and have just as much mana next turn as if we had played Windgrace and the Harvester. And I think that's better. Not a ton of removal in these decks, and they hate to play it too early. So I feel okay about my mana critters. They definitely don't usually have a sweeper. Commune. Maybe looking for a land? It's a forest. I mean, is it really a forest? Like, it's a whole freaking planet. They gotta have more than a forest on this planet, right? Is it a plains? Looks a lot more like, I don't know, the Milky Way. All right, we take 5 because of the Reign of Truth. This is still a 1/1. That's good. His Blood Tithe Harvester can do its job. And we can clean up this board. So here's the tough part. Do we play the Liliana? Or do we play the Windgrace? If we Windgrace an Infernal Grasp here, what are the odds that Liliana will get worse? It's not very high. And it's more mana efficient to play the Windgrace. Start getting that mana together, right? Let's get another black. Start thinning that deck. I guess we can wait till this is targeted, but I don't want to risk that they have a safekeeping. You wouldn't want to do that if they had a generous... if this was an enchantment, because then they just get the Kami back. But in this case, an enchantment did not go to the graveyard that turn. We're doing fine. Now we just hope that they don't play like a Spirited Companion, something to eat our Liliana activation in a way that's not good for us. It's another commune. They got the borrowed time. That's probably going to hit the Soul and Windgrace. Oh, not this turn, though. They missed on the land. Excellent. Excellent. Here's Liliana of the Veil. You can sacrifice that.
And you think you can win? Sacrifices must be made.
All right, interesting choice. We probably want to hold this up. Indestructible won't help us. They're probably going to borrow time this Windgrace anyway, so we want to turn this into a card draw. We can't do that if we use our Loam Speakers to turn these into 3/3s. But we do have a blood token, so we could just do it later. Let's be aggressive. Roar! Let's get another green. Top decking Titan is one of the better things that could happen in our life right now. And pass turn. All right, the Naturalist did go to the graveyard, so the Kami comes back. Man, when you're the enchantment deck and your portrait is a 1/1, you messed up somewhere. Something went very bad for you. Naturalist into a borrowed time, I'm sure. There it is. Oh, Windgrace, no. It was going so well. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Beautiful. That is how you draw cards. Man, that's a lot of power from one card. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, that is exactly how we want to roll against those enchantment decks in best of one. So I think it's worth just taking a second. Every other deck we've played from the Worlds has run into this enchantment deck and struggled because they're not built to beat it. It says something that this deck walked right in and curb stomped it. So... Jund? The generic power level of Jund is always very high. I think this is a good sign going forward. Hey cool kids, it's me, CGB, and I'm partnering with CoolStuffInc.com to bring you the Covert Go Blue Dragon Rider playmat. Each high-quality stitched edge playmat features the incredible art of Andrea Garcia and comes bundled with a matching premium foil dragon token with gold gilt edges. This playmat is too hot to handle, and you can pre-order it exclusively through CoolStuffInc.com today. Cool stuff in stock. When you play your 3-color deck and every land is green. We do have the Loam Speaker Shaman. Is that worth it to keep this on 2, this on 3? And we might draw other lands anyway. I'm going to try it. And this is very risky. If the Loam Speaker dies and we don't draw any other colors, this is not a game of Magic that anyone is going to want to see. Look at that. Now, unfortunately, this is mono white. The odds of us hitting with this duress are painfully low, and we could just hold it and turn it into something else with a Fable. God, the version of mono white I run has no spells. None. But we're going for it. Boom. Who's the man? We got a Wandering Emperor on a 5-card hand. That is how you get lucky. Unfortunately, this is how you get very unlucky very quickly with the Peacekeeper. Although, that is a perfect draw. Okay, we are doing it, guys. We are 100% doing it. This Loam Speaker looks great against the Hotshot mechanic. This Infernal Grasp looks great against the Peacekeeper. That is a really good draw from them. One good draw deserving another. And we just have to take it out now, because Brutal Cathar transforming will cost us another 3 life, and we ain't paying it. Interesting to see what Peacekeeper names. We can afford to just play a Fable next turn if that's what they name. It's a tough one. You could name Titan and try to shut that out forever. Fable will just wheel it into the graveyard where I might reanimate it. You could name Soul, but I have no lands in the graveyard. It's not a particularly good target. Just name Meathook Massacre. I'm sure that's fine. Alright, our opponent has chosen. It's Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Their attacks this turn are stifled by the 1/3. That is another Soul of Windgrace, which is not ideal. So I guess we're playing the Fable. Ooh, that's an enchantment. Bright side, they probably don't play Thalia. I can't believe they didn't attack with the mechanic, though. I think a trade there would be good for them. They get a draw from the wedding announcement. That is an important card. Riveteer's Outlook. How close are we to Titan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do it. We just have to draw an untapped land. I'm going to discard this because we can always play Soul to get it back. We do not hit the untapped land. That hurts. However, we get this, which is nice. Now we're not without our red mana forever. We can attack with our Shaman, make the treasure, kill off the Peacekeeper. We go to 5. We go to 5 and we're dead to a Brutal Cathar. Let's see if they have it. Did they draw 2 of them? Off the top. No, but they have Destroy Evil. That'll work too. I played it pretty aggressive. I could have found ways to hold back a little better, but we were an untapped land from hitting the Titan, and like mono white drawing removal is not normal. And this is a pretty different mono white deck, but I don't regret the effort. I think I did my best with a weird all green mana base hand. Okay, Loam Speaker into Windgrace. We keep. This house might catch on fire though. All right. We want the land in the graveyard for free, so we play this first. Go get black. It's the color we're not representing here. I mean, it's in the proving ground, but you know what I mean. Phoenix Chick. People still play mono red? Holy cow. Let's see if they've got a lightning strike for this Loam Speaker. That would make things pretty tough on us. Okay, red green. And a lot of the red green decks don't even play lightning strike. It's just mono creatures. Yep, Iconoclast. It's a problem. It's a problem. Not a problem for Windgrace, though. Let's get the party started. I'm gonna go grab the red source. That way, we don't have to feel pressured. We can channel this if we want to. We don't have to feel pressured like we don't have a pain-free source of red. Stormseeker. Oh my. Do I block? I don't think so. I think we're gonna burn this house down, actually. There's 3 creatures. We could make devils, though. Devils are really good. Yeah, I'm taking this. We're still at 20. Okay. Yeah, the other thing is if I find something else to do and we get enough mana, it's possible I could make Windgrace indestructible, then burn the house down. Really just ride Windgrace to victory. That's 3 mana and then 5. So that's something I can do next turn, if I'm seeing this correct. I don't want to go this turn without casting a spell, though. It'll flip their Stormseeker. That's so much damage. And they have Trample already, so the Sokenzen won't protect me. But we can discard lands for life. That is a thing. We can take a huge hit, discard a few lands for life, and then indestructible Windgrace. What do we think? Is that the way? I think that's the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that's the way. It's gonna hurt. But maybe we'll get even more with this burn down the house, and we'll have an indestructible Windgrace, which should be really good. All right. So much. It's so much. It's so much. On the bright side, we can block the Raiju. That's like, we were going to discard this for life, right? So it's like we discard it for life, but it's more life. One more life. Wait, we still... Oh, shoot. This might not work. We still need a land. We still need a land to make this indestructible. We got it. Never didn't have it. Never didn't have it. Could definitely use another black, but not necessarily. Alright, play this. Tap it. Okay, so we have to attack first. I think there's still one more basic in the deck, right? Feels silly if there aren't. Okay, that's it for basics. Yep, still 5. Opponent to 9. All right, my whole battle plan is on the battlefield. Ooh, one Windgrace to rule them all. The Raiju keeps coming. All right, 7. It's a land. I'm just counting that I can win this race. So what do you guys think? Do I get a no land, but it gains 1 life? In this spot? I think I take the life. Free life. All right, you're at 4. If they try to kill me, we can gain life with this. Seiju. What's Seiju? Okay, those are 1/1s. You coming at me? With all? They're feeling good. Pay for the chick? If they don't, they might have the lightning strike. Okay, they pay for the chick. Do they have it? They have the modified creatures. They have a lot of damage. Is it 11? Oh, it's even. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, that's 2 tough ones in a row where the opponent got 2 exactsies. That hurts. Today's Patreon shout out goes to Brevin. Thank you for joining at the token tier, and your shark and wolf tokens are on the way. We even threw in a signed fervent champion just for fun. So if you would like some sweet tokens, check out the link in the description or patreon.com/CGB. And thank you, Brevin. You're very cool. Also, a quick little mid shout out to the dragon playmat and token combo. It's the only way to get my dragon token until early next year when One with Phyrexia comes out. Then you'll be able to get a token with your orders at that time. But right now, the only way to do it is to get the dragon playmat and token bundle. And how do you do that? Oh yeah, it's coolstuffinc.com/CGB. Now back to the video. All right, I have played 6 games and never seen a Cruelty of Gix today. Not once. So I'm definitely going to keep this hand. Yeah, this is a good one. Opponent's going to open an Adarkar Waste and Chaplain of Arms. Maybe getting some blue-white tempo here? Well, if they're on the play against us with a blue-white tempo style deck, we're in trouble. We are definitely a slow Jund deck. And those decks can be 100% victimized when they're on the draw. That's an Illuminator Virtuoso. Harvester is an okay card in these matchups, though. Sometimes it's hard for them to protect their Illuminator Virtuoso. Yeah, they're going straight for a Fading Hope here. It's kind of odd, actually, if they're not going to do more. Like, yeah, it's just my 2-drop. Okay, we draw Grasp. Do we go for Grasp? Probably not. Maybe they're just holding on, slip out the back, things like that. Let's keep making blood tokens. What we can do, this is a sorcery speed effect, so we can sack our Blood Tithe Harvester, target their Virtuoso. Okay, and they're shore up or whatever, then we can respond to when they play whatever that card is with the Infernal Grasp. So we want to lead with the Harvester. Yeah, no blocks. Tempo is real. It is amazing how many tempo decks are out there these days. Like, it's gotten to be a problem. There's just so many. People have given up on aggro and become tempo gamers. Let's see if they try to protect here. Alright, they're tapped out, so we let the Connive resolve so they make their decision of what to keep and what not to keep before they know that their Virtuoso is dead. We got rid of a Drake. We're very close to using a blood token to discard a Titan and then reanimate it. But I don't know if we're going to get there. There's the combat research. Down to 8. Opponent just needs a little protection to easily wrap this game up. That's another Titan. That's not a good draw. Well, land drop is useful. We go for it. Okay, they didn't protect it. Their cards in hand are lands or creatures. In that case, we'll throw out Soul of Windgrace, even though there's no land in the graveyard. There's a stick now, though. We might have something for that. Make disappear. Yep. But we can go for Cruelty next turn on a Titan. And maybe finally our deck does the thing it is supposed to be best at in the world. We go for that or the Burn Down. There's still a chance we could burn down next turn if this doesn't work. Although it's definitely dicey. This plays around a protection spell, so does Titan. Neither plays around a Spell Pierce. Cool. Very cool. That takes a lot of the pressure off. Looks like they're going to tap out here. They're all the way down to 11 from the Thran Portal and the Adarkar Waste, their first 2 lands of the game. Titan does have Hidden Reach. Come on out. First time I've done this in like an hour of the deck. You know, the point of the deck. Feels good. All right, we'll take 5 life. They're playing bounce and exile effects in those colors, so the shield counter probably isn't important. The life might be. Whoa. Hi. I mean, maybe you just hope they forgot. All right. Wandering Emperor, maybe? We've got a backup Titan. Ah, Iganjo. Okay. Get him! Another 5, another 4. Yep, looks like they drew a lot of land down the stretch. Sort of combat research on my Titan. Yeah, okay. I like it. I like it. Okay, we finally did the thing. The thing the deck was meant to do. And when it does that thing, it is a very powerful deck. But I've got to say that most of my time playing the deck today was very painful. My opponents definitely a few times pulled those lethals off, and maybe I could have played the games differently. You know, that back-to-back exact Xyz lethal was painful, but there were a lot of other games. There were a lot of never draw a third land. There was a lot of never draw a Titan when it would have been amazing. So I found this deck to also have a lot of best of one problems, which is it's just not built to take a beat down, which is the all-in rush that occurs when somebody plays low to the ground 1-drops. So that's a challenge. The one of Burn Down the House came up more than Cruelty of Gix, which is weird, but I wouldn't cut it from the deck. Duress is a tough one. Duress is a tough one. Against all the mono blue that's out there, it's such a good card, and you end up tutoring for it sometimes. I think the worst card in the deck for me was Riveteer's Charm. That card, I think, needed to be a more efficient removal spell. Maybe Riveteer's Charm should be cut down in best of one, or something else that fills the role. Because for me, I could just never play that card at a profit. It just did not happen. And then other than that, I honestly think that there was some bad luck in my games today, and that the deck's better than I am giving it credit for in this outro. I'm sure you can get to Mythic with it with some practice. So, on that note, we're going to say thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. One more shout out to the Dragon Rider playmat and token combo, because I'm really excited about it. I'm really glad that we brought it together. And of course, whether or not we do future awesome products like this depends on you guys. We have 500 of them that you can pre-order. That is the first print run. We have until November 21st. When they're gone, they gone. So please check that out. CoolStuffInc.com/CGB. And on that note, you stayed till the end. You are cool.